What?
Come on. Done.
I don't wanna.
Father Michael. Come on.
Fine. All right. Hi, I'm Father Michael, and you're watching Essentials. Today we're going to be talking about the vice of laziness or sloth and the virtue corresponding to it that overcomes it, diligence, perseverance. To start, though, I want to make a distinction clear. Laziness is different from the psychological disorder that affects some people that is a very real thing of depression. Depression is a physiological problem. It's a chemical imbalance in the brain. It's a real thing that happens to people in their brains, and it affects their ability sometimes to get out of bed in the morning. And people would say to them, don't be lazy. That's a very different thing. Clinical depression is not a vice of laziness. It's a sickness. It's an affliction. It's something that you have to bear, a cross that you have to bear. And some people have learned to do that very well, and some people are still struggling to learn how to do that. Laziness, though, is something different. Laziness is a problem of the will. It's a problem of the heart. Okay? Depression is a problem in the head. Laziness is a problem in the heart. We just don't love enough to do the thing that is necessary to get the good for myself, for another, for God. That's laziness. I just don't love you enough to do the thing. Right? I'll give you an example of how this could work for me personally, like for me, for myself, and then for others, right? First of all, I have a gym membership. Crunch Gym, right down the road. Great gym. I don't go. Do you know why I don't go? I don't go not because I'm too busy. I don't go not because I don't have enough money to afford the gym membership and they have closed my account. I don't go because I'm lazy. Because doing the work of exercise, to me, does not merit the good thing that I really owe myself, and that's health. It's vitality, it's strength, it's energy, right? I just don't. I'm not willing to do the work to get the good thing for myself, and that's not good for me. The way that we do that for others is just as simple. Let's take our love for the Lord, or our what we owe God, the good thing that we owe God, the practice of religion. How many times have we said to ourselves or made resolutions, I'm going to pray. I'm going to pray more. I'm going to pray in the morning. I'm going to pray in the evening. I'm going to pray 3 times a day. And then it never happens. It's not because we don't have the time to do the thing. And we know that. If we're honest with ourselves, when we don't go to Mass on Sunday, it's not because we didn't have the time. It's not because we didn't have the ability. It's because we didn't have the love that either allowed me to make plans to make it happen or to apply the energy to make it happen, right? That's why. It's a failure of love. A failure to do a good thing because it costs us something for someone else is a failure of love, and that is the definition of laziness. I'm not willing to get up and help Mom clean the house because I'm playing a video game. Well, that's laziness. That's sloth, right? There's no justification for that. It's a vice, right? Now, the way we overcome this vice, this problem of the will, is through the practice of a virtue called diligence or perseverance. And what that looks like is doing something, anything, because something is better than nothing, right? So there's 2 ways that this works. Either I need to do a thing, so instead of doing nothing, I'm going to get up and I'm going to do it, but I fail at doing it. I don't do it well enough to say that I did it. Okay, great. Get up tomorrow and try it again and do it better. And do it better until you're doing it, right? That's one way. The other way is to get up and do something, and you do a little bit of the thing, but you don't maybe quite get it all done. Let's say I need to get myself motivated to go to the gym. Oh man, I just can't make it to the gym today. But I can go outside and I can walk around for 15 minutes, and that's something. That's practicing the virtue of diligence, which is going to overcome that weakness of a lack of charity in my heart that causes me to be lazy. And this is a hard thing, guys. Laziness is probably the hardest of the vices, in my opinion, because all the other vices are energy of passion, just misdirected. Laziness is like, I got no passion at all. Even my vices don't seem appealing to me anymore, right? So we overcome that through practicing this diligence. Now, how do we grow in diligence? It's through one of these 3 spiritual practices we've been talking about: prayer, fasting, or almsgiving, and it's almsgiving. And if you remember the definition of almsgiving, you'll remember why, or you'll know why this is the case. Because almsgiving is practicing love. It's extending mercy to people when they need it. And a lot of times those acts of mercy come to us. They land right at our doorstep. And all we have to do is do the thing right then and right there. We don't have to go anywhere, be like, oh, I'm too lazy to go and feed somebody at a food bank. Okay, fine. But you got people right in front of you that you can be kind to, that you can be loving to. You start practicing those things, doing a little bit at a time, maybe not all of it, or doing it and failing, but trying again the next day. You be diligent in your acts of almsgiving, and you will eventually overcome sloth and have the strength then to overcome, frankly, all of the other vices, right? Because you're going to be growing in charity. And that, my friends, is what makes us good friends of God. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next week.